NewsNation correspondent-at-large, Geraldo Rivera. Geraldo, it is always so good to see you. Thanks for making the time tonight.
My pleasure, thank you.
And Geraldo, you have called Elon Musk before dangerous to the status quo. You said he is loose inside the factory and telling everyone how the sausage is made. Is he the right man to take this on? And are you concerned about any conflicts of interest or his lack of government oversight as he does this?
Yes and yes. I think he is a perfect choice. The fact that he has this unprecedented trust from the president and the power the president has given him, the real power, the explicit power to rework the federal government is quite exhilarating. The fact that the president trusts him, as he obviously does, and the relationship they have, I think, is good for the country. However, I'm dizzy, watching Libby's report and others on how there seems to be an irrationality to some of the aspects of this revolution. Why, for instance, the USAID and your previous guest talking about the need to match the living with the benefit and to make sure that these people they'll pass a muster, that they're valid, they're legit, but you can't. Why do it when you have food shipments that are in transit? So what happens then? They drop the food on the pier someplace and leave it, or they don't pick it up and it rots and the farmers don't get paid. It just seems to me to be a hurly-burly, get this done at all costs now or tomorrow or yesterday. And I worry that too much will slip between the cracks. To summarize my answer to these dual questions, Natasha, is I think it's a great thing for the country. I wish there was a bit more prudence and transparency, because I believe that some of the embarrassment, for example, with some of the rock and roll teenagers that were doing DOGE's work is an example of the embarrassment that can happen. When you have people who are well-intentioned, who want to revolutionize the world, but you need to have business practices. You need to have legitimate checks and balances on all power, including the president's. I predict that, going back to your earlier reports, that what will happen with these various lawsuits that have paused some of these most dramatic, some would say draconian actions, it will end up in the Supreme Court of the United States and will define what the power is of the executive branch. Exactly how much power does President Trump have right now to do all of these dramatic and earth-shattering moves, Natasha? I think that we'll all be watching the High Court as they define and try to sort out this revolution.
Yeah, I appreciate you bringing that context in. Geraldo, I want to return to something you mentioned, which is the relationship. I mean, what about the Time magazine cover showing Musk behind the Resolute desk? Because we hear Democrats early on already trying to bait Trump, right? Calling Elon President Musk. Knowing Trump the way that you do, is he eventually going to take the bait? I mean, do you see Elon as his right-hand man 3 years from now? I could not possibly predict that about these two historic figures, because I think they are. You have the world's richest man on the left, in the center, the most powerful man on the planet, and they have this alliance, and it seems to be a true friendship. They seem to really trust each other. Knowing the president, I mean, to the limited extent I do, but for many, many years, talking, hanging out, interviewing him. When he trusts someone, he trusts someone. But in this case, he's trusting someone with his entire legacy, with the fate and future of the United States, our standing, our relationship with our allies, how we conduct business. Thanks for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your screen. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.